how you can generate a better lifetime value from a particular customer. That is something a lot of people need to pay attention to because they keep working harder on acquiring new customers versus
Saurabh Bhatnagar is one of the best conversion specialists when it comes to Facebook ads, a master funnel builder who has built multiple seven-figure converting funnels.
the ultimate thing that's gonna impact the success of a funnel is
What do you think is the common element that plays a key role into a funnel and ad complements each other?
ad is going to play a major role in your funnel journey, but just having good ads is not going to have a good impact in your business. You can have a bad ad and a good funnel, but you cannot have a bad funnel and a good ad. That's not going to work out.
What is the ideal way to have a seven-figure business?
Over a period of time, you will be able to figure out ways in which you can make more money, but start from the ground level, target being profitable from the beginning, keep on scaling from there.
So what was the motivation behind creating Flexifunnels?
Okay, so a quick backstory.
Hey Saurabh, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for inviting, and more than happy to answer all the questions that you are looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I want to start the conversation with your personal journey about how you actually started with selling cricket cards, as per your introduction on your website, like selling cricket cards and like make it look more decorated so that it looks premium, to the journey you are at right now. So like, how is the journey was for you? How things transitioned over time to get to the point where you are right now? Can you like walk us through a little bit of it?
For sure, but where did you read about cricket cards? Like, where have I mentioned in the website?
I mean, like it's your website, right? So if I'm pulling it out of it, so
Probably, I don't even remember when did I put it. So yeah, it was during probably I was in fifth or sixth standard. Um, um, so with this chewing gums, Center Fresh, if you have heard about it.
yep.
So with these chewing gums, they used to give cricket cards for free. Like if you purchase multiple Center Fresh and you show the wrapper, so you used to get cricket cards for free. So I was collecting all of them, and then uh, what I did was I like they used to be very thin in size.
Hmm.
So I added some extra thermocol or something in the back end to make it look better and better in quality. And I was able to sell it for, let's say, 5 rupees if I remember correctly. So I was able to sell a few of them, maybe a couple of them, I would say two or three of them. But that was good. I mean, I just did it for the experimentation purpose, not as a business. I was like in fifth or sixth class.
Yeah.
uh but yeah, that was good. I mean, then we also tried our hands in comics, renting out of comic books. But again, those were like, uh, I would say, fun and quick activities that we were doing. Uh, Actual journey started from college when I started doing network marketing. And
Yep.
there I got introduced to the world of direct selling, and I got introduced to the world of making websites. So I was not aware of platforms like WordPress. So I got introduced to the platform called WordPress, wherein I learned that now anybody can make their own website. And for me, that was a big thing because I always had the fascination of doing things online, and how the online world works. My father used to work in the computer department in a government job. So sometimes he used to bring a laptop at house. So that was one thing that was always, I was always fascinated by it. uh, and then getting this feeling that I can also make websites, that was something which was really cool. Um, so that was one part. Then things continued, and gradually we ended up making our own funnel builder, and now using our own funnel builder, Flexifunnels. There are like thousands of customers who are making multiple landing pages. More than 1 lakh plus landing 100,000 plus landing pages have already been
Wow.
created using our funnel builder. And we are able to help people to take their business online and to take their ideas online and start an online business. So yeah, the journey has been quite interesting, I would say, so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's really amazing. And I think it's been about like 5 years right now, since like Flexifunnels have been also launched, right?
No. So basically, Flexifunnels beta launch we did in 2021,
Okay.
and Flexifunnels official launch we did in August 2022.
Got
So
it.
at this particular moment, it's been almost 2 years. लेकिन beta access also we gave to more than 1,000 plus customers. So yeah, since more than 3.5 years we are running this platform now.
So what was the idea behind launching a funnel building platform specifically in Indian market? Was it like you wanted to make it that like people in India specifically can use that or leverage that funnel building platform? Because if you think about it, there were other platforms as well which were more global, kind of like ClickFunnels or other funnel building platforms, etc. So what was the motivation behind creating Flexifunnels?
Okay, so uh, a quick backstory. I After I failed in my entrepreneurial venture, which was an offline entrepreneurial venture, we were doing it from 2012 to 2015. I started doing online business, and I started doing a lot of international product launches, which were very successful for me,
Yeah.
and I made some good income over there. Um, uh, so while I was doing it, I felt like creating courses for people in India because I felt that I was a little bit ahead of my time with respect
Mm.
to the Indian market. You know, the kind of things that I was able to do and achieve in the international market. There were people in India who were not really educated about such stuff. You know, let's say advanced funnel building,
Yes.
copywriting, email marketing, a lot of those things. So I made a course, Facebook ads. So I made a course, and my idea was that. With that course, a lot of people would be able to learn while I will keep on doing my work in the international market where I was really successful.
Mm.
But then once I made that course, I started getting a lot of success story kind of messages. That's because of this course, my life changed. I was able to make more money. I'm able to fulfill my dreams, my family's dreams, and those messages came like in bulk, plenty of them. So I mean,
Yep.
I knew that I had created a amazing course, and it was teaching people what they actually wanted to know. So by looking at those messages, my motivation actually changed from making a lot of money in the international market. I felt like, the kind of impact that I'm able to create in the Indian market, and the help that I'm able to do for a lot of people in the Indian market. I felt that that is something, which is my bigger calling. So I stopped completely the work that I was doing in the international market. I just did courses in the Indian market for almost 2.5 years. But then to implement, to be oh yeah to be able to implement, like, if I'm teaching them funnel building and all of that online automation stuff, they need a platform. And all the international platforms which were more popular, they were like quite expensive for the Indian market. So that is
Yeah.
when we started working on the idea of Flexifunnels. So it was a natural transition from education, courses, Flexifunnels, like funnel builder software. So that's how it came into the picture.
Mm, makes sense. Yeah, I definitely agree on that because when I started out almost like 5 years ago, so it was accidentally I jumped on ClickFunnels, and when I started out, it was definitely expensive. It's a lot of money for especially like people who are living in India, Pakistan, stuff like that. It's a lot of
Right.
money, like 97 a month, even in the beginning plan,
Right.
stuff like that. And they kind of like extended my trial for like 2 or 3 months
Hmm.
until I might be able to figure out how the game actually works so that I can start making money so that I can pay for ClickFunnels. So that's how my journey was. Otherwise, like if I started out, I wasn't able to even like afford ClickFunnels and go by with that. So with that aspect, like what do you put? And I see a lot of people, especially like in the Asian countries, like do face this. It's like why you think so? Like people make a little amount of money and they get comfortable by that, and they don't want to grow more. They just lost being hungry for success or more success, and they get comfortable on basically what they can make more than a particular job. Why you think so? People just get so content so fast, uh, and not think about growing for more. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think that it is not just the thing for the Asian market. I believe that people everywhere across the world are the same. You will always find a lot of hungry people in countries in Asia and in the Western world. And at the same time, you will always find people who are like lazy enough, even in the Western world. I mean, probably I have seen the other side of the equation in which, because the kind of work, a lot of work that I have done in the international market, like 3 4 years, probably five
Yep.
years in fact, I did work over there. So I felt that people were more chilled out over there versus people in our country, I feel people are more hungry in terms of generating more income, and in terms of hard work as well. So I've seen the equation on the other side, but at the same time, even here I see people who are content and satisfied. And now I feel that people at the end of the day should be happy rather than chasing money or anything. If people are happy enough, I'm so back in the day when I was in the very earlier stages of my entrepreneurship journey, I used to feel that why some of these people are not, hustling, why some of these people
Hmm.
are not working really hard, because that's how my DNA was. But now I feel that happiness is probably a bigger parameter. If they are cool, happy, satisfied, I think that that is the thing to be happy about. So if people are hustling, I'm going to support them. If people are some people are not, it's okay. I will not support the fact about some people who will crib that
Hmm.
why my life is not growing, but then they are not putting in the efforts. That's the kind of
Got it.
person whom I will not support. Bro, put in more efforts, put in more hard work. That's the reality.
Yeah. So I mean, like hustlers, if they want to hustle, that's cool. If somebody is already content and happy about it, that's cool. But if somebody who's
Yeah,
ending up in a victim mentality, complaining and not even like doing
correct,
the work, that is a problem,
correct,
right?
correct. Don't crib about your life then.
Yeah, got it. So according to you, since you had the experience of like running Facebook ads and like having amazing conversion rates, stuff like that, and also working on the funnel side as well, what do you think is the some common elements, if you can list down, that plays maybe a framework, maybe an idea, maybe a tactic that plays a key role into a funnel, and then to a certain ad in order to make sure it kind of like complements each other and provide a good result? So like any particular scenario that happened, any particular thing that you went by and you saw like that is a really common pattern happens.
Okay, so let's suppose the ultimate thing that's gonna impact the success of a funnel is has to be like what exact pain point or what exact problem or what exact biggest desire, like what exact pain point or problem that your product or service is solving, or what exact benefit or desire that your product or service is leading people to. That is something which defines a lot about how your funnel is going to be successful. And like how you can generate a better LTV. So basically how how you can generate a
Lifetime
better
value.
lifetime value
Yeah.
from a particular customer. So that is something wherein a lot of people need to pay attention to, because they keep working harder on acquiring new customers versus generating more income from the same set of customers, because they have purchased from you once. They'll be more than happy to purchase from you again, but provided you provide them with the right services and the
Hmm.
right quality services. So more and more people put in extra amount of effort to acquire more customers, but rather than focusing on providing quality service to the existing customers, and they will buy more stuff from you. So that is where I would say that more people need to focus upon. Coming back to the ads, let's suppose ads is just the starting stage of the funnel. Like this, that's the very first interaction of the funnel. So uh, ads is going to play a major role in your funnel journey, but just having good ads is not going to have a good impact in your business, because ultimately your funnel has to be converting. You can have a bad ad and a good funnel, you can still have a good business. But you cannot have a bad funnel and a good ad. I mean, that's not going to work out.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
coming over to the fact that if your funnel is good, converting enough, you have optimized it, tweaked it. Now coming over to the ads, so I will just say that your ads do not have to be a big encyclopedia wherein you are talking about a lot. It just has to be one curious little thing that makes people click, and then your landing page has to speak the same language.
Hmm.
So for example, I mean, just right now, just before this podcast, when I'm connected with you, right
Yeah.
before this, we for the last 2 hours we were recording some ads. And in those ads we were basically targeting the job going people, and we were telling them about the side hustle opportunity. Now when they will come for the webinar, we will tell them about the funnel building as a freelancing service and all of that. Lekin I'm not talking anything in the ad like that. Like in the ad, it is just about, let's say, are you looking for a way to grow a side income along with your salary. So you can build a side hustle, and I'm going to teach you my framework. Go to the page, register over there. So basically, in your pitch you can talk a lot, but in your ad just talk about one single pain point or one biggest desire. Get them curious, get to your page, get them to your page, get them sign up, and take them to your sales pitch.
I mean, it is really interesting, and I want to like go back and reiterate that for the people who are listening or probably haven't understood that you've mentioned, it is much easier to entertain the existing customers and like get paid more from those, instead of like getting one customer and not try to like retain them and try to gain new customers again and again. It means like you're beginning every month trying to attract new customers when you had existing ones, and you never try to extend the lifetime value of those customers or making more money from them, which is far more easier than every new person, correct?
Exactly, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
just look at yourself, no, that you would be paying to some of the brands over and over and over again. Of course,
Yep.
some of the products that you are consuming would be the kind of products that you have to consume again and again. For example, grocery products. But what about the fact that you can consume grocery or buy grocery from same grocery from multiple different shops, from multiple different platforms, but you keep buying from one single shop or one single platform? Why? Because probably that shopkeeper has been good with you, so that
Yes.
has increased the overall LTV of that shopkeeper with respect to you. Now,
Yes.
with respect to this example, let's say groceries are available, the same exact grocery is available with every single vendor. But when you start offering something which is, unique to you, and then you are providing good service, so the people have no other choice other than to keep buying from you over and over again. So that's where you have a solid business.
Yeah. And on the second thing that you have also mentioned, and that was something similar what like Steve Larson had was on the show like a couple episodes back. He was saying something similar, that most people don't understand the fact that an ad is marketing, but your funnel is a sales funnel. Its job is to sell, not to market. It's your ad's job to market it, but your sales funnel's job is to sell it. Don't
Correct.
mix it between those two things, right? It is one to
Exactly.
attract, second to sell, right? So that is something
Right.
like interesting what you've said it.
Right. That's a very good explanation of what I was also trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, love it, love it. So on the other side, like, what do you think is the, if you want to like, in the common example, if you want to like let people know about like what is the ideal way to have a seven figure business, like what should be a mindset or framework looks like, and what it actually takes for somebody to build a seven figure business, like what do you actually say? If I ask from you like, hey, what do you think in terms of like mindset perspective, skill set perspective, action perspective requires to make a seven figure business, what it would be according to you?
Okay, so let's do it step by step.
Yep.
The mindset perspective has to be very, very simple, that you cannot give up at any stage of life, because in entrepreneurship, you are always going to have a lot of challenges coming across your way. And, it's always a byproduct of your journey. So don't feel or think that you are unique and the challenges are only coming across your way. In fact, and don't ever feel that a person who is doing very good business, that their life is sorted and they are not having any challenges anymore. Even they are having challenges, even bigger
Of course.
challenges, but the
Yep.
fact that they are at a bigger level is the fact that they are able to solve bigger problems. So wherever you are, just imagine that that's a problem that you need to solve right now, that will unlock bigger opportunity for you, which will again unlock a bigger problem for you going forward, but that will again keep on opening more opportunities for you.
Yes.
So that attitude of yours you need to keep in mind all the time. That is one thing. From the mathematical perspective, now if we look at the things from the mathematical perspective, so you need to always come down to the equation where the unit economics are working in your favor. And let's suppose you are creating a product which has a certain product creation cost or a delivery cost or both. So first of all, be aware of that, both the costing. Now on top of that, depending upon the business model, there would be, let's say, marketing that is always required for any product. So typically, uh, like the customer acquisition budget for a general kind of business, it requires at least 30%. Let's suppose if my product price is 100 rupees, so it will take me at least 20 to 30 rupees in advertising cost to sell that particular product.
Hmm.
So keep that factor in mind when it comes down to your pricing. Then the taxes, then the the costing of, like I said, and
Fulfillment.
then whatever extra costing, operational cost that you have. So
Yep.
now whatever you are left with is the profit margin. So
Yes.
so don't get wrong in the pricing of your product, I would say. Keep the pricing of your product keeping these factors in mind, and you can also increase the pricing in the future. I mean, that's not a problem at all. While you are starting out, just look for being profitable. I mean, that's what I would say, because you cannot be 100% right and 100% correct from day number one. So don't worry about making any such mistake. And don't I will just say that whatever business model that you are able to figure out right now, maybe it's, let's say, webinar based selling, start doing your webinars. Maybe let's say it's freelancing services, start doing your freelancing services. So with respect to freelancing services, for example, a lot of our customers, they do funnel building services.
Yep.
So that's how they make money when they are starting out in their journey. But then what I suggest them to do going forward is, hey, now you have helped them build their funnel, why don't you also help them in their marketing? So learn the simple skill set of ads, and now you can provide them with the service, which is, for which you can get paid on month basis. So what they just did over there is they increased the lifetime value of that exact customer, because earlier they were getting paid one time money by building their funnels. But after
Correct.
adding one more skill set in their toolbox, which is Facebook ads, now they can keep getting paid month over month over month. And
Yep.
once you become super good in what you are working, then you can also do deals like, let's say a percentage of ad spend you will be charging, or a percentage of revenue that you will be charging, because at that point you are too good, and they know that their business cannot run without you. So they will be more than happy to pay you that amount, because now they are in a win-win equation with you, because when they are making more money, you're also making more money. So over a period of time, you will be able to figure out ways in which you can make more money. But start from the ground level, grassroots level. uh, Target being profitable from the beginning, and yeah, keep on scaling from there.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. I really like how you actually broke it down into every perspective, from mindset shift to some business fundamentals that are required. Most people like sell their services, but at the end they found out they're not even like profitable after
Yeah,
fulfillment. They're like ending up with losses. They're like, "What's going on? I'm making money, but I'm losing," which
yeah.
is insane. So some of the last question I want to ask around is like artificial intelligence, AI, how you're able to like right now using it in your business, either to save more time or money, or like speed things up, like how you're incorporating AI in your business right now.
Yeah, we are using AI in multiple ways. Number one, we are using it as a thinking partner. So,
Okay.
for example, of course, we are using AI to do a lot of our manual tasks, which is a general use case, which is very popular, and
Yep.
majority people are using it for that. But I have seen not a lot of people using AI as a thinking partner, where it also turns out to be really great. So, for example, like I said, that we were recording some ads today. So we also gave ChatGPT the whole set of prompt that, this is the kind of ads that we are recording. Suggest me some hook ideas for it. So now I have, I'm not just asking ChatGPT or AI to do my manual task. That of course we are giving it to ChatGPT, but at the same time making it think, because the intelligence level is way too high. So of course it requires you providing it detailed prompt. And now talking about prompts, prompting is something which has been made very popular in a
Yeah.
wrong way as well, because people have positioned prompting in a way ki they only have secret prompts and only their secret prompts work. But that is not the case. Prompting is nothing as simple as, think of it like a chat gpt or any other AI, to be a team member sitting right in front of you, and then think about it, that what exact detailed scenario and task you are going to tell to that team member of yours in detail. And that team member needs to have as much information as possible to be able to do the work in the right way. So if you treat any AI in that manner, it will get the things done for you. So with respect to AI, like we were hiring for, let's say, the HR position like quite recently. In fact, recruiter position quite recently, and I had never done hiring for recruiter position in our company before. So I went to AI ChatGPT. I asked that, what are the questions that I should be asking in this particular interview. So I mean, it gives me all the suggestions, all the ideas that this is
Mhm.
something that you can do. At the same time, one more thing that we have done is, and of course, the general use cases, emails,
Yep.
ads, marketing use cases. But one more thing that we have done is, inside Flexifunnels, we have built in the AI. Like, we have done the open AI integration. So one more credential that I hold is being a good copywriter. So this is where, the exact selling happens. Like, good copywriting can sell your products much faster and, in a much better way.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
people get stuck in copywriting. So we have trained AI inside Flexifunnels to do copywriting in my style. So now, inside Flexifunnels, our customers can just put some details about their product, and with the help of Flexifunnels AI, people get a full-fledged sales copy that gives them a full sales page with done for you copy that is written in my style. So
Hmm.
that is something which is a, massive part of funnel building that we have made easy for people, and that is
Yep.
something for which, I am really proud of, because it solves the biggest hurdle. I mean, if you just look for good copywriters, you have to pay minimum $3,000 to $5,000 just to get good copywriting, and we have
100%.
made it absolutely free for our customers. So this is something which is very special. And next, going forward, we are going to include ads, emails. All of them will be written in my style for our customers. So
Wow.
this is the direction in which we are going.
That's really amazing, especially like how not only you're able to like incorporate that in your business, but also be able to provide it your expertise without you spending your personal time using AI to your customers, right? So that they don't have to start in most of those things with a blank canvas. They can always start with your knowledge incorporated and starting using that in the first place, and not having a blank canvas to start, right? Which is much
Exactly.
harder to do. That's
Exactly.
amazing. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but if people want to like follow you, and if they're living under the rock, especially like in our countries, and they aren't following you right now, where they can like follow you, what's next that you have in your plan, and how people can be the part of your world.
Number one is, they can search for Flexifunnels, of course, Google, and then Saurabh Bhatnagar. I post content, regular content on my Instagram and YouTube, so you
Yep.
can become a part of my social media follower base over there. And also, we can provide our workshop link probably in the chat box, like in the
Yep.
description box. So we do those webinars wherein we teach people about the opportunity, like money making opportunity that Flexifunnels has created for people, number one, and what Flexifunnels does. So both the things will be catered in one single place. So I will provide you with the links. We can put it over
Yep.
here, and yeah, but if we can serve more people, I would be more than happy to do that.
Absolutely. I will post up the links in the description down below, also in the show notes. I will start up. Thank you so much for being on the show today out there. Any last thing you want to say before we round the show up?
I would say that, like, what exactly is our audience like? Like, what kind of audience is mostly watching this video?
Entrepreneurs, business owners, uh, people who want to start their business online. Like these are more set of audience.
Okay, so people who are entrepreneurs, business owners, I guess you are already pretty much sorted. You can Flexifunnels very soon. We are launching a free trial.
Oh, wow.
Become a part of it. And I'm not asking for any money right now. I want to show you that how we are the superior platform in comparison to others. And our focus is very heavy on conversion optimization, and it's a tool in which every single day we are just thinking and dreaming and breathing about how can we help you better your conversions in terms of leads and sales. So regularly pumping in features with respect to that, and with respect to the upcoming entrepreneurs, let's keep going. I mean, there is no uh, replacement of the amount of hard work that you can put in. With respect to, of course, you have to mix your work with smart work, but smart work also has to be backed by hard work. That's my message to you. Yeah, you do things with a lot of commitment, with a lot of good intent, things happen for you. And you also get to share your wisdom with amazing people like Ajay Ahmed. So
Well, that was definitely amazing. Again, Saurabh, thank you so much for being on the show today out there. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're definitely going to see you guys in the next episode. Until then, peace out.